Welcome to the tale of 2025, and Blue Eyes has arrived. Oh, welcome back to our 12 days of deck profiles and madness, and today it's going to be another gem deck box giveaway here. I know, I really need to bring these in here and show these off, but as per usual, the last day winner will be down below. Tell me what you guys want to see on this series. Blue Eyes was a very, very popularly requested one, so we're going to try to see what we can actually cook up for this one, and I do tell you, man, Blue Eyes is definitely one of those decks that is going to be the best out here. So let's dig on in to the world of Blue Eyes here. And yes, we are starting things off here with Malice. And yes, I am playing the Lordly Load build. I actually believe that the Lordly Load build is probably the better build of options just to kind of see. And it was a little bit older of some playtesting stuff here, but you do see we're going to stick things off with the Primite getting our ad here. We're going to go ahead and get our Schiller set from the deck. And then it is all just level or link one time. I love just getting that brick out of the deck. We'll get our searches here. We'll go ahead and discard. They're going to go ahead and bump our Maiden out of the graveyard, which is a little bit of an inconvenience here. Anytime this Bysteel can deal with this, it's a little bit rough, but it's fine. There was a time where hitting the Blue Eyes, I think, is the better play, but this is fine here. We also only play one copy of this, so additional normal summon on up here. We'll go ahead and pull out our Veiler. Go ahead and make the spheres, and we'll go ahead and revive our Blue Eyes here. Or we'll go ahead and set this, and then we'll bring up the Blue Eyes off of the Lordly Load. I was one step off, actually. So we're ending on a pretty decent board. I mean, you have the Blue Eyes White Dragon loaded up, you have the Spheres, you have the Ultimate Fusion for the interruption, you have the Dominus Purge, you have the Schiller, and you have the Veiler. Like, I don't think your average deck is going to beat this at all. So we're going to go ahead and Drill Beam this on off the field. As they attempted to go battle phase, we'll go ahead and bounce that back. Spheres will go ahead and swap summon up our friend here. They're going to go ahead and Gold Sark for their extender, so they can go ahead and get this onto the field. And I mean, just Veiler it. There's nothing else that they can do. And that's all they wrote for that build. So a little bit disappointing for what you expected to see, but I mean, you tried. This was a going second, like, Dark Magician pile. Very, very, very intriguing, but this is pretty much a blowout on their behalf. I mean, like, they do have evenly Dark Roller, but I don't really think there's going to be much that they can actually do here. You do see we're going to stick a Sage as our normal summon. Go ahead and make the link one to pull on out. I mean, we've got extenders for days here. We'll go ahead and revive the Blue Eyes here. The Maiden will go ahead and come on back. We'll go ahead and make the Spirit Dragon. We're actually going to go ahead and make the Negate here. We'll go ahead and Monster Reborn. And then it's normal summon extender time. We'll go ahead and make the Blue Eyes. Go ahead and bounce off into the Crimson. Crimson, go ahead and kick back. Make the Stardust Cipher. And we get to pass turn on having both of these be protected. So this is a nice Dark Roller no more. Nice battle phase on into the evenly matched. We're going to go ahead and leave our True Light up. We're going to go ahead and swap summon back our Blue Eyes White Dragon. All right, just so we can go ahead and get this Maiden Chumlock up and running here. They're going to go ahead and pop our Maiden. We'll go ahead and get our Usagi pulled out of the deck here off of that. And we're going to go ahead and Ash this, which I thought was going to be a rough call, but actually ended up winning us the game, which was kind of crazy to think about. I was like, oh, okay. So this is actually the Blue Eyes Mirror Match. I think Kaiser Seahorse is a terrible card, but a lot of people really believe in this card, and it's actually kind of crazy. Like, the Primite build just feels so much better. So we're going to go ahead and main phase, go ahead and Primite, go ahead and set up the Lordly Load, load up a free Drill Beam. We'll go ahead and Blue Eyes rotation, go ahead and add the brick to our hand. Go ahead and pitch this, bring up the True Light. Go ahead and get our free set, activate, go ahead and discard that. Go ahead and get our free searches, field spell time. Go ahead and additional normal summon this. All right, go ahead and get our Veiler. Go ahead and activate the summon the Blue Eyes card. Go ahead and make the Spirit Dragon, Spirit rotate on into this. Go ahead and rotate into the Blue Eyes. The Blue Eyes bring up the Maiden here, and then we'll go ahead and make the Spirit Dragon kick into the Crimson. Crimson, go ahead and kick off of this, and we're going to make the Cipher and pass turn. Cipher protects, and we're good to go. So True Light, we'll go ahead and special some of the Blue Eyes. The reason why I chose to do that is because I wanted the Drill Beam to be live as quick as possible in this situation, and that's fine. I mean, we've already got the Stardust Cipher in this like, we're hunkered down, we're ready to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the Kaiser on into this. Go ahead and stack up the chains. I'm like, all right, cool, they'll mill the Maiden. They do get the search there. We're going to go ahead and Schiller off the field spell. I don't want that thing sticking around. They're going to go ahead and Sage. We're going to go ahead and negate that. I don't want any interactions. All right, they're going to go ahead and get the search. We're going to go ahead and purge that. No search for you, Duelist. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. And they're going to hit that concede button. See? I'm telling you, playing all these bricks in Blue Eyes just feels really, really awful. So this was actually, I think this was a really cool idea. Across the table here, you are going to see Argos. And I like the idea of Argos and what it attempts to do, but it just does not feel good. 7th Ascension, going ahead and adding in the 7 Tachyon, revealing the 101. We'll go ahead and get on up here. You're going to see the Argos star, which is going to get impermed, which I think was just the best play there. They're going to go ahead and set, and you're going to see some mild inconvenience here. You got to love the 1 of anti-spell coming to ruin my day. We'll go ahead and sage it on up here. Sage on into the good card, go ahead and pitch, get up True Light here. All right, we've done our part. Up comes the spell card that we can't do anything with. We'll go ahead and do this. They're going to go ahead and activate the trap. Inconvenience. Go ahead and set and pass turn. All right, we're going to go ahead and imperm this. Don't really want that resolving. We'll go ahead and kick that back to the spell and trap card zone. True Light, we'll go ahead and get a set out of the deck here. We'll go ahead and take some damage. Another inconvenience, but that's fine. I love the slow roll that is this. All right, so we can finally play the game. So we're going to go ahead and Primite on up. We'll go ahead and set the drill beam here. We'll go ahead and rotate, attempt to get the search out of the deck here. All right, mission accomplished. Go ahead and activate the searcher. They're going to go ahead and Argos on up here. We'll go ahead and get our value. We'll go ahead and get our Blue Eyes established onto the field. Now it is Sphere's time. True Light, go ahead and get the revive for the Blue Eyes. We'll go ahead and get our Maiden pulled on up here. And this, and we are good to go. We're going to actually make the Blue Eyes so that we can get the imperm for the massive value that this is. There comes the imperm, and then we'll go ahead and Lordly Load, revive the Blue Eyes, and then Synchro into the Spirit Dragon and pass turn. All right, there's nothing that they can do here. They're going to activate Field Spell. They're going to go ahead and attempt that. We're going to Ogre that, and sure, go ahead and get Majestied. All right, so we'll go ahead and pop Field Spell. Now they actually hit the concede button. Yeah, there's not really much that you can do in that situation. There was an attempt, but it really wasn't all that much. You don't need to see that replay. That was absolutely awful. All right, this one's also kind of funny. This is just Monarchs. Actually, look, you see what happens here? You get cut off. All right, and then it's just Lordly Load combo from here. Go ahead and deploy the good card. All right, go ahead and Lordly Load on up. And then, yeah, they hit the concede button. It's pretty straightforward there. All right, so this is versus ryzeal. And this is pretty straightforward. Fua is going to go ahead and get ashed, which is fine. All right, you got that cut off. We're going to go ahead and discard. We're going to go ahead and bring up True Light here. As you can see, we'll go ahead and bring up the spell card here. We'll go ahead and discard, and we'll get our searches here. Down comes the Sage. We'll go ahead and get the search into the Veiler. There's your rotation on into the Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon's going to go ahead and get this. We're going to go ahead and activate the search. Get the Blue Eyes loaded up. There's your Spheres and passing turn on some basic stuff. It's not the best, but there's your 7 Tachyon revealing and getting its search. Up comes the good old EX, which is fine. The Meteor Logic's going to negate this. We'll go ahead and chain the Special Summon and Veiler this. I figured Veiling this would be correct. You didn't want this really coming back. Plus, having this negated, a little bit rough. We'll call back our Maiden here. They're going to activate the field spell. Up comes the Ice. We're going to go ahead and Spheres bounce this. I guess I could have waited a little bit, but I have to deal with this now, or else I'm going to have a lot of issues to deal with. Up comes the Primite here. We're going to go ahead and Majesties pop both of these since we have both of them loaded up. Here comes the EX, or the Node. I was like, man, you just have the extender here. They're going to go ahead and tuck back at the draw. And here comes Exciton Knight for the blowout, which is insane. True Light triggering. They're going to go ahead and go battle phase, attack for nothing, which is a little bit rough. Nice Ogre. We're going to go ahead and Primite on back to the hand. We'll go ahead and summon this. We're going to go ahead and get impermed. Must be nice, by the way, to actually cut me off there. We'll go ahead and make this. Go ahead and special back the Blue Eyes. Unfortunately, we don't have a real big out to this. We're going to go ahead and equip to this. We'll go ahead and make the Spirit. We'll go ahead and attack. This is going to get blown up, which is a shame because there's nothing that I can do at this point. We really tried. Here comes the Ice into this, into the Dreadnator, and it's just all Ogre for me here. Like, we do see the suck up. We are going to Ogre this, though, which was really good. They are going to go ahead and drop the EX here. So good to have all this gas. All right, there's the Dreadnator on the suck up. All right, and then they're going to go battle phase, attack for 19, and we will go ahead and we drew Lordly Load. We're going to go ahead and bounce this on back here. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to break this board. Like, we'll get the Tremors loaded up here. We're going to make the Typhone. Ooh, we're getting somewhere. Okay, we'll go battle phase attack over this. Some damage. All right, we'll go ahead and activate Lordly Load. We get ashed. Okay, our opponent's on top decking. Are we coming back? Are we grinding back? And they drew a Bonfire. They win the game now. Must be nice. They literally, we had the return control on this, and we just got literally destroyed. There's the duo drive, gonna get the attach, they'll get into the search too, and we lose the game from there. So very disappointing. We worked so hard to try to come back from that. Let's pass it on over to deck. Just some quick notes here on this Blue Eyes list. I'm not gonna go too in depth with this, but we are currently playtesting 2 Blue Eyes. I did notice a lot of bricks are needing 2 at certain points. It depends on how much buy steals are gonna resolve in the meta, so I would stick to testing 2 of these. It seems to be the right number. This can be subbed out for Flamvell Guard, which is fine. I also am still playing triple another barrel with the 2 copies of the load. Triple load just felt like too much in certain situations, which is fine. But the rest of this main deck has been fine. I've also noticed having the Vermilion Dragon mech has been good. Moonlight got kicked back down to the side to test out the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This is still a work in progress. I haven't really had a lot of time to test it, but it hasn't come up. 2 of this was also something I was discussing, but that's really the only key notes to note. But I think that this deck is a lot of fun. Blue Eyes is an incredibly good deck for sure. I will go way more in depth with this later, but keynotes, testing the Blue Eyes, the Flamvell Guard, and so forth. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the 12 Days. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.